So we have Avinash with us today. Avinash has cracked CLAT and ALIT. He has got All India rank 101 in CLAT and rank 44 in ALIT. So congratulations, Avinash,
Thank
for
you,
this
sir.
achievement. Great. Now, few important questions which I like to ask you today are, the first and the foremost question is, how much effort did you put in? Because students come and ask me, sir, kitni mehnat karni hai? What kind of a struggle is there to crack an exam like CLAT?
I think that now with the new pattern, the effort is not so much based on memory, it's based on practice. So वो जो आप बोर्ड एग्जाम्स के लिए करते हो, याद करना चीजों को और लिखना और रिपीट कर देना, वो वाली मेहनत यहाँ पे नहीं चलने वाली. तो you have to be ready to put in more than what is required in those exams. So you have to have that growth mindset that I'm going to read something and I'm going to understand it completely. And if you're not so comfortable with English or reading, then you have to put in that extra effort of, let's say, reading an entire book or reading newspapers frequently to develop that habit of reading. And as Faizan Mustafa sir says, inferential reasoning.
Correct.
So you have to develop that, and to do that you need to put in a long period of time. ये एक महीने का काम नहीं है, ये very long period of time के ऊपर चलता है. So you have to commit yourself to this examination. It's not that easy. It's not that difficult also. It's not JEE or NEET or CAT, but you can't trivialize it. It has its own importance and competitiveness, and you have to do justice to it. So go all in for it.
Right. So what I can understand from you is, you're saying reading and reasoning are two very important skills which are required to crack an exam like CLAT. Is that right, Avinash?
Yes, definitely.
Great. So second thing, what was the starting point of your journey? Because there are a lot of students who are thinking and dreaming about CLAT. So what should be the starting point? What was your starting point?
I got to know about this entire system of NLUs from my cousin, who was a graduate of NUJS, Kolkata. And he did very well in his career. He graduated from UPenn with an LLM degree. And he inspired me in a way to take this profession. So I looked up to him. And I found out that it's financially rewarding as well. So that element was also there. So I decided probably in 9th to 10th grade that engineering and medicine and all these traditional fields that people are destined to follow usually, that is not meant for me. So I decided probably in the end of 9th grade that law is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
But there have been examples where people have prepared alongside with their engineering entrances and have cracked the exam. So it's never too late to start. You may start probably in your 12th grade or even after that. So there is no fixed time. I had it in my 9th grade or 10th grade, but people have it at different times.
Avinash, what will be your advice to the future law aspirants? So if you have to give some bullet point advice, what will those advice will be?
My only advice would be to read. Like Shashi Tharoor was asked in an interview that which word do you want people to know, and that word is read. So I think if you want to be in this profession, you have to have the ability to read, and that will take time to internalize. And I've never been a voracious reader ever in my life. I've just read one or two books completely apart from my school syllabus. But what I did this year was read a lot of journal articles and a lot of high quality research work. And that really helps you improve your vocabulary and your ability to cogently understand complex texts. So my only advice would be to read.
Yeah. So the keyword I can pick up from here is your ability to read complex text. That's it. That is what Professor Mustafa said. These are the skills required to become a good lawyer. That is what is a skill which top law schools are looking for. That's great. Any last piece of advice or direction to the upcoming lawyers?
So my advice would be to not involve too many people in your journey that are not necessary to it. I believe that there are a lot of people who will say a lot of things to you, and that might take a toll on your preparation and your exam day strategy and everything. So keep few people close to you, but not too many people, because ultimately they are not going to pay your fees, or they're not going to help you study for the exam. So be confident about your own abilities without any validation from someone else. Be your own self and do well in the exam.
Great. So that's good last piece of advice from Avinash. Thank you very much, Avinash. I hope, we pray you do very well in your career. All the very best. Thank you.